everybody, it's Bill Suits again with your tip of the day. Hey, today's tip is repetition, repetition, repetition. Anything you want to stick in your classroom, you have to use repetition, repetition, repetition. For example, too often, too many leaders will have their big kickoff at the beginning of the year. I know every year, you go to these big kickoff breakfasts to start the school year, and the superintendent, whoever will come up and say, hey, this year we're going to do this, this, and this. Now go get them. And we all charge out like, yeah, let's go, and we're fired up. And then pretty soon we don't hear the vision anymore, and we get lost somewhere in the middle of the year, like, where are we going? I have no idea where we're going. By the end of the year, we just want to get the heck out of there. Don't let this happen in your classroom. As a leader with a team to lead, you know you have to have a clear vision of where you want to lead your team. You have to make it a shared vision. And then you have to keep that vision alive by repetition, repetition, repetition. Talk about it every single day. When I go into my classroom every day, I start the day off real quickly just by saying, hey, everybody, welcome to day whatever of your best year ever. Hopefully you're still working on your attendance, your attitude, and your effort to make it happen. It doesn't take a lot of time, but it keeps it alive. So whatever's important to you in your room, you have to use repetition, repetition, repetition. Behavior's another one. Too often we'll tell our kids what we expect, what our expectations are. We'll tell it to them once, and then every time from then on, they don't live up to those expectations. We get on them, we get on them, we get on them. It's a negative. Don't let that happen in your classroom. Every time my class gets ready to go to a special like PE or Spanish or music, I always take a couple minutes real quickly, or 30 seconds to a minute, and say, hey guys, remember, this is what we're trying to do in this special today. Make sure you're listening, make sure you're respectful, make sure you have good manners. It's important that we're doing this. This is why, or this is what's going to happen if we do it. Maybe we're working towards some kind of a special, and I tell them they have to earn a good report in order to get that special. But I hit them on the front end with it, with repetition, repetition, repetition. I don't ever let them forget what it is I expect them to do. Now, I'm not expecting you to repeat yourself every time you give any instructions. You don't want your kids to start not listening to you because they know you're going to repeat yourself whenever you give instructions. It's different. Whenever I'm giving an assignment, I'll tell them, listen carefully because I'm not going to repeat myself. But when it comes to things like behavior and our vision and other things that are very important to our team, definitely I use repetition, repetition, repetition. Hey, this is so important that I'm going to repeat this whole thing again to make ssure you heard me. Hey everybody, it's Bill Cecil again with your tip of the day. Hey, today's tip is repetition, repetition, repetition. I'm just kidding. Hey, remember, best year ever. You have the power to make it happen.